quite.
Hither ho.
Indeed.
Rawr.
Indubitably.
It's a tight butthole.
Been watching a little Workaholics.
Oh yeah, I've been watching the Workaholics.
We're watching It's Always Sunny.
Oh sweet.
Just cranking through.
What are you watching it on? Hulu?
YouTube TV.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Ready?
Ready. And away we go. Oh, we're live. Hey, this is the Time Spent Poorly program with your super awesome hosts, Derek and Eduardo. We get together whenever we feel like it. We talk about pop culture and my nuts. And beer. My nuts. Tonight's guest, Ol Huds.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
And I am the beard.
Hey.
And I echo like a boss.
I don't know if that echo is intentional. I have some weird feedback going on with this, the
It's
input.
fine.
So I'm
Everything's
not sure.
fine.
Yeah, I'll
No.
explore it later.
It's gone now.
So I'm sorry,
That's 'cause
folks.
I
We already
turned
talked
it
about
down.
everything that we were going to talk about before the show started. I don't
So
know.
that's tonight's show. This has been the Time Spent Poorly program. Good night. The
Thanks
first show I finished
for
and I
coming
wasn't
out.
drunk.
Give it time. We do have some stuff for the show, though. It's been a while since we've all met, so there's been a lot of stuff to come out.
Tons.
Yeah.
When was the last show that we all have done together? It's before Thanksgiving.
It was
Before
well
your
before
guys'
Thanksgiving.
concert.
Or no, before Halloween. Or did we do one after Halloween?
I don't think we did one. No, we haven't done one in
We haven't
November.
done one in November.
Yeah,
been
we did the
weeks.
Halloween show with
Weeks.
Bree, and then you guys were gone for
In weeks.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's been a while. It's been a while, right?
Stained? Is that a
Oh,
stained?
no, that's garbage stained.
Oh, it's not even good stained.
The first album
There's good
with
Stained.
Mud Shovel. Oh, I remember how
It's a good song.
I got wood for Mud Shovel.
It's a good song.
And then he went all bitch ballad and then he went country.
He's a country guy now.
Yeah.
Yep.
He took one out of
Darius Ruckers. Bro.
yeah. It's like
I knew where you were going.
Hootie,
with
where are the blowfish? I thought you were all a bunch of queers.
You and me. We all sing country.
Hootis Presley?
Hootis
Is
Presley.
that what they call him?
He has a name.
No.
Darius Rucker.
He's just
Darius
going by
Rucker.
Darius Rucker.
Well, no, I didn't know if he.
We used to call him Hootis Presley.
Because seriously,
I like
country
it.
music anymore, it's either country that's rock or it's country that's pop. There is no country music anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, it's not. There's no clear line.
Where's,
miss
where's
the
my
old
Hank
ones.
Williams?
Those gunslinger songs like
So,
Out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
yeah, there you go.
I
fell in
like
love
that
with
country
the
music.
Mexican
I can,
Dwight Yoakam?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
that
I
was
can
the
totally
one.
jam to that stuff.
I still
I don't know if I
like.
could jam to it, but I enjoy
I would say
I jam
still,
out to Dwight Yoakam.
I would say I still have some love for the like '90s country too.
Yeah, there's something to be
there's
said
something.
about
Garth Brooks
a little
has
bit.
stuff that
Yeah,
I
like
like.
Garth Brooks and
There's some
there's
artists
some Tim
from
McGraw
that era,
stuff and Alan
There's a lot of
Jackson,
George
like-
Strait I'll listen to.
Yeah,
Yes.
George Strait. Yeah, Brooks and
but
Dunn.
but they're so close to the
Right.
same thing now.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
that was like the last gasp of country being
Oh, yeah.
still country, and it was good. And
yeah, it changed.
Not
but
that I own
it
a
was
single
even looked at
country album.
negatively then, though, because it wasn't the same
Right,
as
yeah.
Hank Williams.
it wasn't
country.
all the twang.
Yeah,
Still
but-
better than what there is now, though. I mean,
Because now,
yeah.
if you mute it, some of them look like metal bands. It's
Yeah.
like all tats and
Well, and-
sleeveless flannels and like what are we? And then you turn on and
Criminal
like, huh?
Records.
wow, what?
Well, and
And then it's Taylor Swift.
And there's too many
Right.
women involved now too. Not to be that guy, but there's too many women singing country music now. I'm not a
Hasn't there
big
always
fan.
been though.
I don't know. I
Like
mean,
Loretta
if you're
Lynn's a
not
woman.
if you're not
Yeah,
Dolly,
Loretta Lynn, Dolly Parton.
if you're not
But
Dolly,
they were
or
like
Patsy
royalty.
Cline, you can toddle off.
Reba.
You little-
Reba.
I'm Reba.
Where's Reba fit in that picture?
Reba does not fit in that picture. I've never been a Reba fan. I can't get behind
Well,
it.
how
I've-
dare you?
She was there in the heyday of country.
I've heard her speak without singing, and it's not pretty.
Yeah, it's because she's on shows. She was an actress.
I know. Well,
She's on Tremors.
That's questionable
Hey,
too.
she's good in Tremors.
because
Everyone's
She
good
wouldn't
in
come back
Tremors.
for Tremors too, though.
because
Or
country
any
is garbage
Tremors
now, and
thereafter.
she's like, I'll just become
Michael
a B
Gross
movie
would not
actress.
happen.
I'll just be in Tremors.
she's like, well, I'll be in Tremors.
I'll do that.
What are they, big worms?
I don't know what they are.
Daddy just electrify the ground and catch catfish with them.
When we had coons on our back porch, Mama just chased them off with a broom. Like,
Not coon, stupid. Hey, we almost went there for the first time, but
Oh my
didn't.
god.
Thank God I'm only one beer in.
when you threw that out, all I could think of was Forrest Gump. Like,
Shut that dang dog up, dang it. Get the kids out of the shed. They had enough.
Your mama sure does want for your schooling, boy.
All right. Oh man, that was great.
This makes a good transition. I started rewatching. I'm going down a true crime rabbit hole again right now.
uh-oh.
So, did you ever watch the Paradise Lost trilogy?
Yeah,
The
I
West
saw
Memphis
the first
3.
two, I think.
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
I don't
With like
believe so.
the satanic.
That
It's
was
the
the
West
Satanic
Memphis
Kids?
3. Yeah. Boy, those fucking people in that, at least that neighborhood, are
Yeah.
fucking country.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was like the whole satanic panic
It's
thing,
Memphis.
right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was, I'm listening to a podcast right now from a couple of years ago, in fact, but
I think
that's kind of covering the whole case, and then it kind of like made me want to go back and rewatch
I think
those
last
movies.
podcast on the left did one on it at least. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Funny. Also funny because it's last podcast.
Nothing like making fun of mass murder. It's right up
children.
my alley.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. There is
I-
nothing like
I
that.
think it's the best.
You're right. There is nothing like that, and it is the best.
It is.
Genuinely, I'm agreeing with you.
There's one thing I won't fight about is making jokes about mass murder. I think it's fantastic. Not mass murder, just making jokes about it.
Whoa.
Well, I suppose-
Well.
you're over there like genocide's only wrong if you don't get everybody.
All right, guys, this isn't an apocalypse show. Let's
Yeah.
We always drift to the end.
Right. All right. There's been some trailers that have come out. I didn't know if you guys had seen them all. It sounds like you've actually seen them all, and I have not.
not enough good trailers.
I've seen most of them.
I haven't seen No Time to Die. Let's watch that one first.
I'm
Which one
excited
is that
about
one?
that one.
James Bond.
Bond.
James Bond.
I'm pretty excited about that one because I like Bond. I like the Daniel Craig Bond.
So here's the one issue with it, as I actually did not see the last one. I do need to watch it.
I haven't
it.
seen the last one either.
It's good. They're
It
good.
was all right.
How many has he done? Is this going to be 5 or 6 for him?
Was that Quantum?
5.
Quantum of Solace?
No,
No,
Or
I
that
watched
was
that one.
Second
that was 2 ago.
The one with the German dude in it.
Oh yeah, I totally didn't
Blofeld
watch that.
shows up.
Did you watch it?
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph
Yeah.
Waltz?
Is it good?
Oh yeah.
I already know the spoiler. I know they tied him into everything that's
Mm-hmm.
happened to him, which I was like, that's a little weak, but whatever.
It was Casino Royale.
Casino
Quantum of
Royale
Solace,
is my favorite
Skyfall.
Bond movie, hands down.
Oh yeah,
Skyfall's good.
Skyfall was good, but I think Casino Royale was the best one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's probably the best of all of the 20.
Well, that's the one that got me
So-
familiar with Mads Mikkelsen.
It had a lot to do with Mads Mikkelsen being
I
the
didn't.
bad guy.
I had no
and
idea
Vesper
who he
Lind
was.
being.
I hadn't seen him
Bond.
in anything.
No, me either.
And then I was like, I will watch anything that guy is
Seriously,
in.
as soon as that movie came out, I was like, well, that guy's cool. And then I saw, I think, Valhalla Rising
Yep.
really quickly afterwards.
Isn't
and I
that-
was like, well, god damn it, he's my favorite actor ever.
I know. I thought Hannibal was the most bloody thing that he'd done, but boy, was I wrong.
That was
And
Valhalla.
I think he's got a brother too.
He does. He does. I think his
Also-
brother's
That is in
Valhalla
movies.
Rising, isn't he?
Also, Valhalla Rising, or Hannibal is also a great show.
It is. They did a really good job with it. I was amazed that it was on network
It
television.
was on NBC.
Yeah. Like
The most risque thing NBC's
But you know,
ever
it
done.
probably would have been on longer had it not been on NBC, though. If
Yeah.
they would have had it on AMC or...
Because
or-
NBC can't keep a show going to save its
No.
life.
But doesn't AMC do Walking Dead?
Yep.
Yeah.
So if it would have been on AMC, probably.
And they can't end a show to save their lives.
No.
Even if they
I mean,
try to
Vince
ruin it,
Gilligan
we're talking.
insisted on finishing Breaking Bad out when he did.
Yeah. Time
It-
out
it-
for just a second.
We got to stop talking.
Yeah, just a second.
What? While you're down there. But seriously, Walking Dead, it's garbage. I can't even watch it anymore. I haven't watched it for multiple seasons, but it was just fucking terrible.
So don't do that button.
That one, I've got an echo going.
Yeah, well, I have to do that though.
I can
to
feel it
run
in
the
my
trailer.
pants.
That's what the problem is. I'm not sure what's going on. I'll have to.
Is there another mic?
Can we fire the
sitting
engineer?
around somewhere?
Can we get a new one?
Everybody,
Hey, fuck you, man.
everybody's got an echo.
Yeah, it's all of us.
Well, I guess we watch the trailer and then
Just shut up and watch the
then
trailer.
comment on
Yeah.
it,
then comment.
Yeah. So
which is probably good policy anyway.
Yeah.
So that we don't talk over
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
With bubble.
what the fuck I did?
We could just do that for an hour.
Yeah.
I ain't farting on no snare drum. Oh, it's gone now.
Well, that's because I turned down
turned
the
that.
deal.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me see if I can.
Pit, put the monster away.
We found with a bunch of action figures, toys, pool cleaning equipment. Pool cleaning equipment.
We're going in hot.
Well, I
Chester Ogilvy.
Sounds like there's less echo.
I played D&D too.
Let's see if we have sound.
I used to masturbate constantly.
What is that?
Where is B. Arthur? God, Steve Buscemi's so great. Rex, stop humping the bass.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's James Bond.
I'll watch it.
I watched Layer Cake again. The
I
other
can't
day.
wait to see Remy Malek's cold, dead acting in that movie. Could they have chosen anybody less charismatic to play Freddie Mercury?
I
I don't know.
I actually
see that.
tuned out of that movie because of like I didn't finish watching it because I didn't like his acting in it.
I saw it in theaters because I took my mom.
You
Wow.
can't just stick a grill in someone's face like a big. Like, didn't he wear fake teeth for that?
I think everything around the movie, like around him, was good.
Yeah, no, I just think his acting was not that memorable.
Well, I don't know if he's that great of an actor. He's in Mr. Robot.
I haven't
Yeah.
watched that yet.
I haven't either.
It's on my list to watch, but I don't know. There's so much stuff to watch now.
It's fine. It's a fine movie.
It's a fine.
The Queen movie was fine. It wasn't the best thing I've ever seen. It
But
wasn't the
anymore,
best biopic.
you can't get away with fine.
No.
Everything has to be
It has to be Disney or nothing.
the biggest.
Well, somebody was trying to tell me to watch. Well, who was it? I don't know. Somebody was like being honest finally, and they're like, "Hey, have you watched Watchmen?" And I was like, "I watched the first episode." Oh.
That's gonna hurt. Ow.
What have I done?
What is
It's like
happening?
nothing. Like I just disconnected that.
Wow.
Sorry about the feedback, folks. It's not.
Yeah,
me.
this is terrible.
What's going on?
I don't know.
Don't unplug anything.
Don't move any more switches.
Uh-oh.
We're perfect right now.
Stop touching things.
Oh wait, you can't hear me. I'm just
The
talking to
one
myself.
time I share the stream.
Can they,
Sorry.
Can they hear
We've had
anything on the
hours
stream,
of
though?
great.
Oh no, they can't
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
anything.
No, the stream is live. See that I got the waveform there.
Oh, okay.
But
When you say they, how many theys are there? Zero?
probably zero.
Oh yeah.
It's like 11 people.
Is
How
there-
does that make you feel?
I just drink more beer.
We don't do it for
It
the
washes away the pain.
Well,
The blood won't come off. James Bond needs to suck my finger to get it off. Nobody? That was a James Bond. I'm bringing us back around.
I love it. So obviously I need to watch the last one because they've connected them a ton.
They have.
So
Well, they're all really connected. I mean,
yeah.
like then the one, the guy from the first one who. Did he kill Vesper? No, at the end of Casino Royale, the guy that he shoots in the knee, like he finds that dude, and then has to go find that dude's daughter, and the whole thing is just this huge, incestuous spy ring. Everybody's related to everybody.
Yeah. Moneypenny's dead though, right?
No,
I thought she died.
did she?
The old lady?
Oh no,
Oh,
that's M.
That's M.
Oh,
And M is gone
She did.
Yeah.
because now it's Ray Fiennes.
M got exploded.
And why do we call him Ray when his name is Ralph? That
He makes
It's
us call him
It's
Rafe.
Rafe. It is.
it is Rafe.
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
Rafe Fiennes. He makes us call him that.
Okay,
It's spelt Ralph.
he can do it
So
Yeah.
because
oh sure, I
he's
don't give a
awesome.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did that movie where he had no nose, and you're not supposed to say his name.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the Red Dragon.
Another one where
Schindler's
he had,
List.
had no nose.
He had a nose. He just had a cleft palate.
He had a grill too, like Rami Malek.
Tie it all together.
Yes, I'm getting good at this.
6 degrees to cleft palates. Joaquin Phoenix.
Do we not call it?
That's just 1 degree.
Do we not call it hair lip anymore?
No.
Well, I mean, sure. You grow a beard, you don't have a hair lip anymore, though. Right, Joaquin? Nice.
Nope, still got it. It's still,
You still got it.
it's still there.
There's
Alright.
an organization that takes care of those hair lips called Smile Train, but why the name? Why train? Why Smile Train?
Because those kids
was-
earn that surgery.
Your face. Train. Right?
There's a terrible train.
Oh no!
reference
Oh no!
there.
Go darker.
No, go darker. I know what he means.
Gross.
It's an Epstein joke. It's an Epstein joke.
Yes, it is.
Is that
All
an
right.
Epstein joke?
Sort of.
well,
We just
I
made
mean,
it
it's
up
a
right
pedo
there.
joke.
I mean, it's connected. It's all
We're gonna
connected.
run a Smile Train on you.
Oh,
No.
You're not gonna smile.
Caesar Romero than Jack Nicholson.
But we'll fix your fucking face.
Is this going to be the final James Bond that he is in now?
Yes,
It's
Have
supposed
they
to
confirmed?
he's
But
got it locked
the
down.
last 3 have been the last one, but they keep offering him more money. It's something
Right.
like $35 million.
Well, I guess if we go watch the movie and they kill him off,
yeah,
we'll know.
You can't kill James Bond.
James Bond kills you
Yeah.
Well, you know, they
in Soviet Russia.
Matt
James
Nicholson
Bond kills you.
crushed his balls.
they did their best to get rid of that the fan theory, right? That they just have a new James Bond.
They
every
just
time.
replace him.
Yeah.
he's a
But
code
these,
name.
but these ones did their best to get rid of that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because
They-
there's this
His parents'
female
grave.
00.
The whole Skyfall mansion.
Right. Like they did the whole thing. Well, plus they show like his parents' graves and their last name's Bond. And, like they made it like, oh no, he was born Bond. You're like, oh okay, well cool, thanks for.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was hoping that the old caretaker was going to be Sean Connery. Like when he stepped out of the door,
Oh,
I was
wouldn't
like,
that be
wouldn't that be
something?
great if Sean Connery came out of retirement to
Sure.
play the butler?
Well, yeah, and if they
I
because
think
the
he's
fans
lost
did-
his faculties.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
Diapers.
The fan. Well,
He
they-
agreed to do the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. His faculties were gone a
and
long
that was the
time
end of
ago.
it all.
But they, if they would have kept that fan theory alive, it makes it easier just to accept anybody else who comes in to be Bond, though, right? Because then you're like, well, yeah, whatever.
Oh, I want the
it's
next
Idris
Bond's
Elba
gotta be female, or I'm not gonna watch it.
That worked for Doctor Who, apparently.
I mean, I'll watch
Not
a-
really.
a woman
don't
doctor.
give a
I mean, I don't care.
No.
Yeah. It'll be as long as it's a good actress.
As long as they call her Jane instead of James, I'll be all right with it.
You know, they did a Mr. Mom remake. I'm not sure why they didn't use a woman for that.
Oh, yeah, they probably should have. I mean, if you're
Because
remaking
Michael
80s
Keaton,
movies.
yeah, it's
God, Michael Keaton is fantastic.
He is fantastic.
Yes.
because they did Overboard with a female.
Didn't they switch the roles or the
it
roles?
was
A
Goldie
role
Hawn not a
reversal.
female?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Anna Faris.
Oh.
Did anyone watch that?
No.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
Because
That's
who
how-
watches Anna Faris?
Well, I don't think it was
Chris
the
Pratt.
theater.
What were you thinking?
I think it was one
Chris
of those.
Pratt.
You hit that and quit it.
Do you know who he's married to now?
a
Arnold
woman.
Schwarzenegger's daughter.
Oh yeah, because that was the thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
Yeah, he did. He did. Well, I think I loved Anna Faris, like Scary Movie 1. Like, you know, like
Scary Movie 1 was the only one that was good.
yeah.
The rest of them were trash.
Yeah.
And they got progressively worse.
Yeah.
Except David Cross blowing himself.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to help you with that? I can do it myself.
Well, and does Scary Movie 3 have the bit with George, who's trying to be the white rapper from 8 Mile? He's trying to be Eminem.
with Simon.
I don't know if I've seen the third one.
It's
Yeah.
that's a pretty
that one.
funny part. That like
That
his
bit
story
is
is
good, but-
the bit's good because he goes to this class at he goes to Brenda because she's alive again 'cause she's died in every movie. He goes to Brenda's like kindergarten class. She's a teacher and she's like, I think Anna Faris is like, oh, what do you got going on? And he's like, oh, it's gonna be a rap battle. It's gonna be off the chain. He's like, I be rapping, you be tapping, we be clapping, it be happening. And then and then as he's leaving, the door closes behind him, and this box of crayons hits the door behind him, and Brenda turns out. She's like, "Who the fuck threw that?" And it's the funniest bit in the movie. Charlie Sheen plays like the Mel Gibson character, so he's pretty good. And so I think that's Scary Movie 3. So there's some bits in it that are good. That's like right before the whole
Tiger Blood winning.
Well, yeah, and it was before the whole spoof movie just absolutely, like, all those spoof movies just went, whoa, we don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Mel Brooks isn't dead yet, is he?
No.
No.
Why can't he write one more good spoof movie?
Well, he wanted to.
Do you know
He
that
wanted to
his
do
like
Spaceballs.
filmography is very
Oh, second
small?
one.
Another Spaceballs?
He wanted
it's
to do
really
Spaceballs.
not.
I don't see why they don't. There is so much good content.
It was like Return of the Cash Flow or something. Like,
It would
he
be.
wanted
And they wanted to
and he
do-
wanted to do like a Spaceballs 2 where it was like Return of the like Cash Flow or something, like Cash Grab or something.
That would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
Because Spaceballs was amazing.
Initially, they wanted to do Spaceballs 3, The Search for Spaceballs, the sequel. That was the first.
That would
Right,
be
okay.
fucking
Fine.
great.
So
and because they'd mentioned Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money in
And
Spaceballs.
they could crash together Star Trek and Star
did
Wars.
you guys notice that they had, for a while there, they had like shelves of spoof movies where it was like going to a liquor store and it would be like all of them are bottom shelf.
Not another teen movie. Like that.
Not Another
shit.
Teen Movie was a good
So
movie.
no, I
though.
like
it?
that movie,
Oh,
but,
yeah.
but that's like
That's
mid
like-
shelf.
One of Chris Evans'
Right.
first movies.
Yeah,
Like
and there were like 11
it's like
of
it's
them.
like mid shelf. But
Jamie
there was
Presley's
a
in
while
it.
there where the bottom shelf or like second to bottom shelf was like epic movie, date movie, like all those.
Right.
Like nobody saw those. Like
Yeah.
like they're not good. The they worked in the X-Men stuff. They
Movie
just
43.
rip yeah. It's not a spoof movie though.
Isn't it? I didn't
No.
I just assumed it was.
It's not.
Oh.
But then for a while there, the bottom shelf were these movies where they literally titled them stuff. I have not seen them. I've only seen a preview for a couple of them. But they're like the 40-year-old virgin who did this and did that. Like that's the whole title.
Right.
And it's a spoof of like the 40-year-old virgin and like those movies. But they couldn't even get like Chris Evans when he would do spoof movies. They got like guys from like bottom shelf Mad TV guys,
Wow.
like not even good Mad TV.
They're like,
guys.
Will Sasso, come on down.
and he's like, no,
I'll pass on that.
like they got like
this
the-
Vine
no.
thing, I'm kind of
I've
rocking
got to go.
it.
I've got to go butcher the Three Stooges. Sorry.
Right. So did you guys ever see those like the previews for like those bottom shelf ones? Like it was like people who, it was almost like because epic movie and date movie. And like those two movies specifically, those went to theaters. Like people went and saw them.
Because Epic Movie, was that the disaster type one?
Oh, there's disaster movie.
Oh,
Also.
okay.
There's another one.
Epic
So,
movie was
okay,
like
but so those-
300.
Oh.
Yeah, those
That's
three
what I'm
movies though, like epic movie, disaster movie, date movie, those went to theaters.
Yeah.
And that's like those Zucker brothers, like they're fucking idiots. Like they made those movies.
They did Airplane.
These movies,
wasn't that the Zuckers?
I have no idea.
but yeah, but these maybe it was like the Zucker cousins who made these movies. Like
Some
they're
other
shitty. But these bottom shelf ones, I don't even think like Netflix would have picked them up. Like nothing. Like,
That's
I
really
saw-
sad if Netflix won't pick it
I
up.
saw the preview for that. It was like, God, what the hell was the title? It was like the 40-year-old virgin who, and they combined
Trained his
a bunch-
dragon to meet your mother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, yeah. And
That would actually be a good one.
Yeah.
sure. And
David
I-
and Jerry Zucker and Jim Abrams did Airplane and Naked Gun, and those are fantastic.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
Airplane is maybe the funniest
classic.
movie of
but
all time.
I would put those like those would be top shelf spoof movies.
Oh yeah.
Spaceballs, top shelf spoof movie.
Top Secret, Top Shelf.
Oh, Top
Are you talking about
Secret
the
was
41-year-old
so
virgin who knocked up Sarah Marshall and felt super bad about it?
Oh, that
That
sounds like
Comedian
one of
Brian Callen, who is in
Brian Callen,
Goldbergs.
the shittiest version of any Mad TV person. who the fuck watched that movie and was like, "Oh, Brian Callen, what a draw!"
His mom.
You fucking no.
His mom
His
was-
mom disowned him.
His mom
by
like
then.
shit. I tried to abort that one. Stupid Republican.
Do you see that scar on his
Those are
forehead? That's
fucking-
from the coat hanger.
Those are comedy movies. You're not even supposed to buy.
You're not supposed to parody.
You're not supposed to
comedy.
parody a comedy movie.
Yeah,
Comedy movies have jokes in them. If you're just recreating the jokes, you're not spoofing that. You're just ripping off jokes.
Yeah, 40-Year-Old Virgin might as well have been a spoof movie.
Right.
Like, just the way the whole thing was executed.
So it's bizarre. So these movies, though, like they weren't even like they didn't go to theaters.
Well, and the title is as bad as that.
Yeah, it's just a fucking. They're just combining movie titles.
The Wayans Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Oh God, what something? God, that was one of the longest titles too.
Direct to
Was
DVD.
squeezing your juice in the hood. Oh, don't be a menace to South,
South Central
while
while
squeezing
drinking your juice in the hood.
Again, though, I would probably at least mid-shelf spoof movie that. That's a
Yes.
good movie.
Yes, it
Oh
was.
yeah,
great
it
movie.
was.
Yeah.
Also, Gonna Get You Sucker.
Oh
Yes.
God,
For sure.
I would top shelf. The
he
Wayans
died of
brothers,
OG. OG
I would say-
over gold.
I'd say Scary Movie 1.
There he is.
Scary Movie 1, I'd probably top shelf it. It's good.
Yeah,
It's
'Cause
fun,
There's
it's
a
funny.
Matrix thing in there. There's a Matrix gag.
Right.
There's that Bush gag when he's got the hedge trimmer. I mean, that shit is funny.
Oh, dude, when the fucking the guy
Or it
who's,
was when I was
who plays her boyfriend, the one he ends up being like the killer, right? With Ray.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's stepping out of his trailer and it's right on the high school parking lot, like that's where he lives, and he's
Oh my
walking out of the
God.
trailer. He's like, "All right, see you guys later. Bye, Jim. Big Jim, little Jim, Slim Jim, Fat Jim." So fucking stupid. I love it. It's hilarious.
Breaking Wind, a Breaking Dawn parody movie
Yeah.
released in 2012.
Breaking Wind.
Who made these?
That's a good name.
Craig Moss. I want to see if he had a future after Breaking Wind, or if this is his only. Oh fuck, he's got movies.
His entire oeuvre.
But
Would
let's
you
see.
say this is the
Okay.
Yuri?
Oh, he was the director of the 41-year-old virgin who knocked up Sarah Marshall and felt super bad about it. Then he did his follow-up was Breaking Wind,
Oh,
Badass,
30 night. What would go the one below it? 30 nights of paranormal activity with the devil inside. That's fucking
the
stupid.
girl with the dragon
too fucking
tattoo.
long.
It's like this guy's sitting around drunk with his friends. He's like, dude,
Dude, bath salts.
let's make a movie
Create those
title.
movies.
I'm not gonna. If I met a person and they've watched these movies and they liked them, I probably wouldn't be friends with them. I think I'd probably have to be like, I don't know, man.
I don't know if we can
Wouldn't-
be homies.
He
I was gonna
directed
say,
Badass
How would you
2,
not kill them
Badasses,
instantly?
Oh, that's a Danny Trejo.
starring Danny Trejo and Danny Glover.
That one
the
made
two
it.
Dannys.
Oh,
They just need Danny
finally
DeVito.
together.
Then there's Badasses on the
Danny
Bayou,
DeVito wouldn't do that movie.
which is a
Surprised Danny Trejo did that.
2015 action follow-up film starring Danny Trejo.
Neat.
Yeah,
The
those
film
made it to
is the
Netflix.
third part of the Badass series.
Cool.
Is it just the 3?
Dispatch,
I can't believe I missed the entire Badass series.
It's all on Netflix.
Nightmare Nurse,
Looks like he's trying to do some serious ones toward the end there.
The Charnel House.
I'm pretty sure Nightmare Nurse was not.
No,
serious.
there's The Charnel House is a 2016 horror film directed by Craig Moss and written by Chad Israel.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to do some serious stuff there. No.
I guess.
Too late now.
Let Us In is probably like an Us parody. It's coming out.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That or Let the Right One In. Probably a combination of both of them.
Oh, sure. Dumb.
Yeah, dumb.
So those are like the bottom shelf, obviously.
Yeah, or the bin
They-
next to the
yeah.
shelves.
Been at the liquor
Yeah.
store.
Well, some of those are similar ones. I saw in the
His
Bazaar in Iraq. Like they'd have them. You'd see like, oh, here's Batman Begins. Here's Deadwood, the complete series. Here's
The 40-year-old
Arachnazord versus Shark something.
Oh, so would you say these ones are the same level as sci-fi movies that are like Sharknazord versus like fucking
Octopod,
yeah,
whatever. Yeah, yeah.
but
it's,
not even
it's the
like
same thing.
they- yeah.
Like oh, well, Sharknado made it. Sharknado made it because I don't know. It was the perfect storm at the perfect time. Like
Would you say it was the perfect Sharknado?
it was 3 Sharknadoes hit each other, and then George Clooney was there. It was weird.
Did you see the clip of Sergey in that?
No, I haven't seen it.
Is he in
I
Sharknado?
like
He's in Sharknado.
I scoured Sharknado just to find. He's like standing on the pier, like for like a fraction of a second. He's like there and gone. But he's
We
in
need
it.
to have Sergi call into the show sometime.
Do you
Sergi,
talk to him?
update us. Pff, no. I remember when I saw him in the league, I had to call Matthias up. I was like, dude, do you watch the league? Dude.
Yeah, well, you're the one that I found out that.
Yeah, I
because
know.
you posted about it on Facebook.
I saw him and I kind of got tense because I was like, no way. And then I saw him again. I was like, staring at my old lady's.
And he hadn't even.
Fuck are
he
you
hadn't
doing?
announced it.
No, and then he got on the screen a third time. I was like, motherfucker, I know that guy.
So Sergey is a Russian.
I
exchange
apologize. I have to
student.
pause it right now because I gotta text everybody I fucking know.
He puts the gay
The
in Sergey,
director-
for sure.
The director of these movies, I was trying to figure out his name. He reminds me. His movies remind me of UV Bowl.
Oh,
The
Yeah.
guy who directed the shitty comic or
Video game movies.
movies.
Every movie he made was a shitty video game.
Did he do the Rampage movies too?
No.
No,
Rampage.
they
Rampage had The Rock in it.
They won't let UV Bowl.
No.
do-
Not Rampage. That one.
Oh.
Rampage, the one where the guy dressed in armor and then shoots up an entire town.
Oh,
That wasn't you,
Not
Eagle?
Rampage. Postal.
No.
No.
The IMDb Rampage and see if there's a Rampage movie that's
Not with The Rock.
not with The Rock.
But they don't give UV Bowl movie rights anymore.
There are 3 of this movie. So what the premise of this movie was, this guy was getting all of these armor pieces delivered to his buddy's house, and then he created a bulletproof suit, and then he just marches into town and starts shooting people.
What year you think?
Evil is a German restaurateur and former filmmaker. He financed his own films through his production company's Bull KG. Oh
And
my
the Rampage film series.
Nice.
Wow.
Found it.
So, I watched an internet video about UV Bowl though, and I think actually it was Film Theory, which is a great channel if you guys ever get a chance to watch it.
Film Theory's fantastic.
Oh, fantastic! So that I think they did this series about UV Bowl, about it was one video, but about actually the reason why he kept getting those movies is just because of like it was like a producer situation.
He financed most of his own movies, though.
Well, so the theory is that he was given those movie rights to tank them,
Oh.
so that the studios that had them would lose out the ass,
Like Blood Rain.
like Blood Rain.
They gave him 3 of them, though.
The good thing about
No.
Blood Rain was
It
the
was on
female
purpose.
Terminator banging that guy in the jail cell.
But so the theory is that the studios gave him money to do it. Like they like he makes the movies, then the studio gets them, then they just run it out, and then they're fucking terrible. So
God damn it, Ward.
Ouch. What happened
Sorry,
there?
I'm sorry.
That's... Ow.
sorry. So then
God damn it.
Maybe we'll fuck with stuff after the show.
Ow.
so then
I'm getting scolded by everyone.
so then the studio
Well, you
loses-
just skull fucked us. Like, literally skull fucked us.
You could have done that while I was getting the beer, and I would have
Yeah.
been the only
Yeah.
unskull fucked person here.
Owie.
Anywho, I remember Rose.
Get back on top. Uwe Bolle.
Oh yeah, so the studios lose money, so then basically they can take a big like tax break basically.
Oh, that makes sense.
Great tactic.
Yeah.
The rich people know how to hide their shit.
Right. And because he's a foreign film producer, they're sending the money overseas basically, to where he can finance them himself.
That's... Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
But I part of me wonders if the theory's true, did he know he was making bad movies, or did he genuinely think he was making good movies?
I don't think he thought he was doing a good job. There's no way
Just
he
they
could have
can't,
thought.
right?
Like, you can't sit there and not say this is objectively
What
bad.
was what's the one with Christian Slater?
Alone in the Dark?
He did that. That's one of the worst movies ever made.
I don't think I ever made it all the way through that. And that's saying something because I've made it through some fucking movies. Like, I think the first one I ever turned off was Speed 2, which is crazy because it's a Willem Dafoe movie. It should be awesome, right?
No
It's
Keanu.
terrible. That might be it.
That was like the first example of like watching a movie where I was like, why am I watching this? They replaced the dude.
Yeah, they replaced the reason that you watch it. Like, nobody watched it to see
Was that
Sandra Bullock.
Patrick?
Richard Patrick.
Richard Patrick.
Yeah.
Or not
No, it's
Robert.
Robert Patrick.
No, Robert Patrick is T2.
I know who you're talking about because he's the bad guy in The Losers. Jason Patrick?
Jason
Patrick.
Jason Patrick.
Without a K. It's a C. I think it just ends in a C, right? Or is it
He,
Patrick?
you know what? Considering how ill-fated it was that he's in Speed 2, his career is not near as bad as what it should have been.
No.
No, he's a half decent actor.
Yeah. But I mean, the fact that he's in that could have been a real fucking career killer though.
Oh, yeah.
To
That was
be
a
in that-
terrible
yeah.
fucking movie.
Well, and to be like, hey, by the way, because I don't think he's playing Keanu's character though, right? Like they changed. The
Oh
name
yeah,
of
they
it.
totally
No, he's
changed
a
these
whole
things.
He's a
guy.
different dude.
But they made him shave his head. They made him look like Keanu in the first movie. They made him shave his head. But why would you go?
He really
walk-
hasn't been in too many movies though.
No.
Yeah, I was
he
gonna
was
say,
fantastic in The Losers.
he
Though.
had
He played
television
a really good
Credit? Entourage.
bad guy. Played
He was
himself.
great in Entourage, but everyone who guest appeared on Entourage as themselves was fantastic. I'm looking at you, Gary Busey. You could call into the show.
Hey man, you better
I love
watch
you.
it.
God, Busey. That's a special character.
He's
It took me-
amazing in
It took
Entourage.
me a minute It took me a minute watching The Mandalorian after I saw the credits, where I was like, Nick Nolte was in this episode.
I have spoken.
It's him.
Yeah.
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 I was just,
When I was
But it-
watching
but
that, I
it
thought
took me a
that guy
minute-
sounds like Nick Nolte.
Well,
Because
the thing
it
is,
was-
well, the
That
thing
sounds
is
like
though,
Nick Nolte.
is that I was like, well, like watching it,
that kobold.
and then after it ended, I'm like, oh, Nick Nolte was in that, and then I thought of everybody in the show because it's 30 minutes long, and you're like, oh, it had to be him,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh, they just had him voice over that little guy.
I have spoken.
I have spoken. Great show.
I'm kind of bummed that didn't take off. Like, as a meme. I think Baby Yoda really killed it. But it would be cool if that had, like, there was just an I have spoken.
Baby Yoda has killed
Series of
every
memes.
meme.
So let's talk about Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian really quick. If you haven't watched it yet, which if you haven't, then I guess you don't care that much.
Move back to planet
spoilers.
Earth and get off the moon,
Well, first off,
fuckbags.
Spoilers. So we're going to talk about the Mandalorian.
Before we
Eduardo
talk
has
about
spoken.
Before we talk about the Mandalorian, can we rewind real quick and say whether or not around the board here has Disney Plus lived up to the hype?
It's worth $8 a month. For sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
It's
just
completely worth
Have you
it.
watched Imagineers?
no.
Nope.
Oh, my dad has.
Do you like the documentary? Do you like documentary shit?
Occasionally.
I couldn't get my dad to shut the fuck up about Imagineers. I was like, have you watched The Mandalorian? Oh, I'm not into Star Wars. Like, dude, it's a Western.
He's like, but the Imagineers.
So for
I
some,
love
Oh,
it,
my
though.
dad
It's good.
eats, sleeps, and breathes fucking Disney. The man stopped counting the times he'd been to Disneyland, not Disney World, Disneyland by itself at 50. And that might have been a decade ago.
you know,
Yeah.
do you remember? You've been in radio, but you didn't work for like Idaho.
No, I'd have been no.
But did you know Bob California Bob though?
No,
Or did you ever meet him?
I did not.
Cali Bob.
He
Was he like Robert California?
no, not
I'm the
near as-
fucking Lizard King.
not near as cool. He's a nice enough guy, but my mom knew him, and he was one of those guys that he would take a yearly trip to Disneyland to go ride. He had he had gotten some achievement down there. Like he was like pretty well known for being the guy that rode the Indiana Jones ride like 1 billion times, and like that was like his thing. He'd go down there every year to like go
To
ride.
just ride Indiana Jones?
Well, he did other stuff too, but I mean, like that was like his thing. I guess what I'm saying is there's people out there who their fucking thing is Disneyland. I guess
Yeah, my wife's got a teacher friend that she knows that.
That's just weird.
Mike
I've
has
never
going
been.
for years and years.
Yeah,
Ever?
It's the superior
I've
Disney
been to-
property.
Oh,
I've
Disneyland
been-
is amazing.
I've been to Disney World. I went to Disney World when I was 15.
Disney
And it
World
doesn't.
doesn't hold a candle to Disneyland.
Have you been to
Disneyland
Disney
is magic. Yeah. Once.
Really? So you? I've never been to Disney World. I've been to Disneyland twice.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a waste of your trip.
Disney World is
Go to
a
Universal
cheap
Studios or whatever.
knockoff to Disneyland. Disneyland is the happiest place on earth.
Well, I think Disney.
I thought that Disney World was supposed to be bigger, better.
What is it's
They
bigger?
tried.
It's what Walt wanted.
Yeah.
Like the tunnels under Disney World are absolutely amazing because
Yeah, watch Imagineers. I know. I
Yeah.
watched Imagineers, man.
I already knew about all that stuff way before, but
I mean, Disney
like in
World's-
Disneyland, you can see the characters go behind that fence out of that building and stuff like that.
Sure.
But in Disneyland, they have to cross multiple because Walt never wanted some character from Fantasyland to be in Tomorrowland. But when you gotta go to the John,
Right.
you might have to
So,
cross lands.
I will say I liked Disney World. I mean, I haven't been to Disneyland. I like Disney World because I like those options. It was like, all right, we can go to a water park on Monday. We can go to MGM Grand this day. We can do
a safari.
yeah,
We
you
can
can do
go around the
safari.
world
Yeah, so I
at
mean,
the
I
Epcot.
liked that.
Well, Disney has two parks now,
Ep-
right by each other.
Epcot's
yeah, land in California. Event.
Epcot's a bust.
Is it?
I didn't really care
It's
for it.
garbage. I was 15. I'm like, what am I here to fucking learn?
They originally built Epcot. They were trying to have people live there.
Oh,
They
It was
wanted to
supposed
be the city of tomorrow.
Perfect city.
It sucked.
didn't work.
Yeah, that was it.
And then Walt died, and they were like, "Well, we got to turn it into a park somehow."
right. But anyway,
So welcome to Tokyo, bitches.
Anyway, I did like Disney World, but I have nothing to compare to. I will say that I liked, but I did like. We went for a week, like my grandma, my mom, my sister, and I. We went for a week, and we spent like a day at basically each place, like Animal Kingdom. We went on the safari, like that's cool. This predates any dealings with Lucas, so there was nothing Star Wars.
Definitely.
Nothing. I mean, now I want to go to Disneyland.
Well, they've been
because I
dealing
wanna
with
go to-
Lucas for years.
Now,
Now,
Well, even before. They had Star Wars related stuff, but they really like.
Oh,
took
yeah.
on-
oh yeah, Star
Tours
Tours
and-
and stuff.
Not
Yeah.
in 2000 though.
Oh, yeah.
Star Tours was there
86.
in '88
Not
when
at
I
Disney
went
World.
the first time.
Not
Maybe
Disney.
not Disney
No,
World.
I
It
don't
was in
think
the
not
it's
Magic
Disney
Kingdom
World.
there.
What's that?
It's in the Magic Kingdom there, like where the sort of half-assed Disneyland that they put there.
Oh, okay.
That's got, I don't know, like 2 or 3 bits. But they broke Space Mountain off somewhere else, and
Okay.
all of the copies are spread out among the
I
different.
mean,
parks.
I don't
Like,
ever remember
Florida
seeing
was just not as good.
anything Disney or Star Wars there because I would have went ape shit.
Yeah, And
Epcot
Star
was,
Tours was
awful.
odd.
Anyway, I had fun at Disney World. I want to go to Disneyland now, though. I'm glad I've waited so long because now I want to go.
Now
'cause
they
of
have got
Star
fucking
Wars.
Marvel.
Right.
Yeah,
And I've heard that Epcot now, because it is like Tomorrowland, right? So I've heard that Epcot has like the whole room with like Tony Stark's like suits and like they've done a bunch of Marvel stuff in there now, so that's cool. So anyway, Disney Plus though, I had ESPN Plus, so I canceled my ESPN Plus and then got the bundle.
yeah.
I
Because it's
canceled the
better.
bundle because ESPN Plus doesn't have Monday Night Football, and that was the only thing I wanted.
Why I watch 30 for 30s.
Some
I
of those were really good.
And it
The
has-
one that Ric Flair was on.
Oh, yeah.
that was
might
amazing.
watch some sports stuff, but I wanted Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I wanted.
Uh,
So I bought it, or I signed up for it on Monday. Dial up ESPN Plus. They won't let me watch Monday Night Football, so I canceled it. And they asked me why. ESPN Plus doesn't have Monday Night Football.
they should.
They totally should. There's no fucking reason not to.
So for Disney Plus though, so far I haven't even really delved in. I saw there's all 30 seasons of The Simpsons. That's impressive.
Yeah,
I will not go back and watch The Simpsons.
No. I just
yeah I'd
the
hate
fact
to
that they're-
ruin it for
I'd
myself.
the
much
fact that
rather
they're
go.
on there.
Yeah, I would much rather go back and watch South Park because the old South Park I watch, a
It's
lot of
still
it is
funny.
still relevant.
And you can watch all those.
Totally.
I think South Park Studio is still a thing, which is their website.
Is it really?
Oh, cool.
Pretty sure. I think you still watch it on there.
I haven't even made an attempt.
We watched we watched just some of the we watched the first few episodes of Gargoyles.
What a
Gargoyles
great
was a good
Yeah,
show.
it was a great show. I did. So the Gargoyles is funny because prior to watching it, so my wife is 9 years younger than me, so she had seen it, but it's not like
Living the dream.
it's not like how I'd seen it,
Right.
which is like fucking every day.
Yeah. You go home from school fast so you could catch.
Right, and catch the Gargoyles, and we're starting to watch the episode, starting to watch the first episode, and I go, man, fucking the nostalgia, right? Man, that's just the theme song, right? You're like, man, this is gonna be so fucking cool. And then about halfway through the first episode, I look at Bree and I go, man, they were really fucking proud of that theme song, weren't they? That song plays through the entire fucking episode.
Really?
Every single time there's a fight or something dramatic, it's like da 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 da, and you're like, oh man, they fucking dude. The guy that the guy that wrote that hook was like, you guys,
You have to play
So,
this
fellas.
seriously every 5 seconds.
boy, he is fucking proud of that hook. So that was funny. You don't notice that when you're a kid, right? So
Right.
it worked. It absolutely worked because I just have attribute that song with the show. I'm not saying it ruined the show, but definitely we were like, they're pretty proud of that song.
Hopefully,
doing that a
in
little
later
much.
episodes, they got away from that.
My son was telling me with that show, you're talking about Gargoyles.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but he said that he's watching it. He likes it. I guess that's possible they might do a reboot on it.
Yeah, they got
If,
all of the original people to do it.
Right.
Okay.
And they're gonna make they're gonna give it the Lion King treatment, like live action,
Oh,
but not
God.
really. Like the Gargoyles will
With the
all be,
original
I
voices,
think-
though?
Yeah.
Well,
And
That might be neat.
Jonathan Frakes will just play Xanatos instead of
So it's
Being
for
like
real.
a-
It's actually going to happen.
that would be
or-
kind of
that's
cool.
what they're planning on.
I-
I don't know if
I will
mean it's
say-
Disney, so it's probably gonna happen.
I will say if we're gonna update it,
fucking to be Disney.
if
Just-
we're gonna update
just
it,
do
I
whatever
don't know
the
why
fuck you
people
want.
continue to go to the movies. It's like the animated Lion King was the bee's knees. Why would you
Right.
do one that was
there was
live
a
action?
kid at the school the other
I
day that's like, hey, have you seen the live action Lion King? And I was like, that's fucking animated.
Yeah.
They didn't put peanut butter in a lion's mouth.
No.
Well, I watched
This is not Mr. fucking Ed. Thank you.
the live action Aladdin wasn't good.
I didn't.
I
didn't
care.
I haven't
like-
seen
I mean,
any
it
of the
was-
live action.
it
I
was
don't care to
fine,
see fucking
but
Beauty
it-
and the
I
Beast.
use air quotes for live action. This is not a lot.
I did
Yeah,
watch.
like they got a beast for Beauty and the Beast.
I
right?
did watch The Jungle Book.
But that was
That
John
was different though.
Favreau, right?
Favreau did that.
Yep, it's
Did
good.
he? Was it good?
Favreau did the Lion King though too, so might be good.
Did he really? Is that
Yeah,
how he
pretty sure,
finally
yeah.
got?
He's
hold
just
of
killing
Star
it
Wars?
with the Disney.
Yeah,
That
he's-
guy, he's
he's
come a long way
in,
from
like, Flint
Swingers.
with-
Well,
Disney.
how he got in with Star Wars is, I mean, he did Iron Man.
Right.
I mean, that's how he snuck his little way in there.
Yeah.
He's
But
like,
Iron Man was amazing.
Right.
But I think initially they were using the Marvel movies to like test people to do these
yeah,
live action.
Remember when
Disney
he was
movies.
just Rudy's fat friend?
Remember when he was the most uncomfortable scene ever filmed? God damn.
Have an entire
Swingers.
relationship with voicemail or an answering machine.
Was a great
Hey,
scene.
hey, it's Mike again. Don't know. And every time I watch that movie, I'm like, don't call again. I talk to the screen.
My
It's
guts
such
just
a well shot scene.
I love it.
get so tense. It's
He-
like, man, I know exactly what you're feeling. Don't do it.
I will
Don't
say if you're gonna watch
die.
any of the live action movies, watch The Jungle Book. It's great. It is actually good.
Chris Walken.
Chris Walken is Louis.
I want to know the dancing bear. Do they pull off the dancing bear really well?
Yeah,
It's Bill Murray.
it's Bill Murray.
Is it really?
Yeah. Bill Murray and
Bill Murray can do no wrong.
fucking what's his name?
Even the Garfield movies.
Fuck.
Idris Elba is Shere Khan.
Idris Elba is Shere Khan. So
Boom.
good.
There's
I'm reading your
another
mind
dude.
You
now.
already knew- yeah, I mean, he's so good in it too.
He's so
Is he?
good in everything.
Oh, yeah.
He's yeah.
Uh,
I
then-
can't think of anything he's done.
Scarlett
right now.
Johansson
Scarlett
plays
Johansson
the
is
snake.
Who cares
the
about
snake.
Scarlett
But she does a
Johansson?
good job in the movie.
She's so overrated.
She does a good job
That's
in the movie
true.
though, as a boa constrictor. I guess. So that's a snake.
Boa.
I wouldn't take her as a snake. More of a clam girl, I thought.
A gooey duck. She's a gooey duck.
Serving them up.
Can you spell gooey duck?
Nope. I only recently learned what that is.
You wouldn't even pronounce it gooey duck if you knew how it was spelled.
Right. I only recently learned what it was because there was a college in the NAIA with the
Yeah, the Gooey Ducks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
was
I've
like-
been listening to
I
it
was
because I ran the games when they played the Gooey Ducks. It's GeoDucks.
nice.
Geoducks.
Nice.
No, Gooey. The fuck are you guys talking about?
What fucking language is that?
They're speaking Canadian.
and can we nuke that country?
No, we don't want to nuke Canada.
Anyway,
Oh, is it? Sorry.
Where are we all going to go when
Disney
climate
Plus-
change really hits?
it'd be warm
I'm
there.
going fucking north.
Disney Plus though so far. So we watched Gargoyles. I've watched a couple Marvel movies now.
Have you watched the X-Men cartoon yet?
I've already actually pretty recently watched all of those.
The first two are bad.
I can't
Night of the
get
Sentinels,
through
part
it.
1 and 2.
I watched the first
I
one.
fucking hate Jubilee.
I know. They get Jubilee on the
She's
screen, and I'm just like, oh,
god-awful.
yeah, no, I don't want to.
So I
man, that
recently
theme
watched
song.
all of those
Fucking
like
pants go to half staff.
the theme song.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, we did it on the
I
show.
used to say that song is a ripoff of that fucking Whitney
That show in
Houston
the
song.
EU.
I'm giving you everything. Nice.
No,
like the
we
same
compared
fucking
it
song.
side by side on the show.
Yeah.
There was some stupid ass like girl cop show in I don't know
one of those Eastern European countries.
Eastern European.
They were probably using the Whitney Houston song.
Probably.
I'm giving you everything. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Anyway, that
Guard
fucking
this
song,
body.
that's one of those songs though where you're definitely like, oh, the nostalgia. You're like,
Yeah.
man,
You're
fuck
just
yeah,
like,
this is great.
man.
Batman the animated series. Obviously, that's just the theme song from the movie, but
Batman the
yeah,
animated
but
series
wow.
is
But,
hands down the pinnacle of my.
I watched.
Young
Batman.
I watched all of the X-Men series though pretty recently, and the first thing I thought was, I don't know that I understood any of this as a kid because they're so inconsistent. For one thing, none of the series, like none of just like the fucking new movies, none of them have any of the same timeline. None of them you can watch. Like I watched it from beginning to end, and I'm like, this timeline is all over the
That's
place.
kind of like the He-Man series too, because I remember watching it as I'm older. I'm like, how did I like? What was the draw? For
Why
me?
did-
It was-
why did
every
I enjoy
episode
it? It was
every episode
Orca.
kind of standalone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
Well,
every
unless they're
every
part.
series. So they did X-Men basically like in series. They did the Phoenix Saga, Apocalypse. They did like so all of those basically stand alone. Like none of them overlap at all. Which is funny because in the X-Men movies that Fox did, their timeline's so fucked.
Yeah.
But it's all just bad.
It's like in the 50s, the 80s, the now,
Yeah.
the 2000s, like early 2000s. Like none of it's like, how old is Havoc, bud? Like is he 100 or is he 18? Are we trying to? He's supposed to be Scott's brother, but he's like in one movie and Scott's not alive yet. And then all of a sudden he's in a movie and he's younger than Scott. I guess I don't get it.
I
Yeah.
guess I missed some of those.
I think the
Well, they're bad.
It stands up to the comic books though, because there's Marvel especially was bad with
Continuity. That's what I'm-
continuity. It was
None of them are.
terrible in Marvel for a while, and I think they've tried to fix that up,
They
especially
have.
since the Ultimate stuff happened.
Right.
But then
Maybe what Disney needs to do is go back through all of those episodes and like reorder them so they make sense.
yeah.
Well, I think what they could. I mean, I think eventually Disney's gonna want to like reboot all that, right? I mean, they're gonna
Disney
wanna
reboots
bring-
everything now.
Well, I mean, they're
They
gonna
will
want,
continue to rehash the same old
Yeah.
but
schlock.
they're gonna want Avengers versus X-Men though. Like they want those two universes together somehow. They're
Well, that's
they're
not going to
gonna
be.
want
I don't
That's not
think
going to be
they're gonna-
rebooting something. That will just be. They're going to come out with their new version of the Avengers, and this is going to be Phase 4, and then Phase 5 they're going to bring in the X-Men.
Right.
Avengers are a bunch of pussies because the X-Men are here now, bitches.
Right. And what they'll do is I haven't watched Far From Home yet, but I know that they play with like the multiverse a little bit. So they can just literally go like, oh, the reason why the X-Men weren't a part of any of this stuff and mutants weren't a part of any of this stuff.
We
is
haven't
'cause
ported
it
them
was
over
a-
yet.
It
No,
was
that
a
won't-
different Earth.
that won't be till Doctor Strange. Like
okay.
he's lying about being from somewhere else.
Sure.
He's not multiversal hero. He's not like the Avengers for his.
Oh, right,
He's
right, yeah.
he's just some dude lying.
Right,
And I think
yeah.
everything about Mysterio is a lie, which is what I said when I saw the first fucking trailer for it.
Well, that's
was-
his character in general.
And
They actually played to the character.
yeah, and I think he even fakes his death. I'm not sure.
But they
'cause I
do
haven't seen the
talk
movie,
about,
but-
but they talk about the multiverses though,
yeah, and then
and the fact that we have alternate timelines from Endgame. We've now seen that every timeline's different,
yeah, and Loki made at least one new one,
right?
and
Because that's going to be Loki's TV show. I
but
can't
they're
wait.
gonna do WandaVision on Disney Plus. It's gonna be like 6 episodes or something,
Right.
And it's gonna lead into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, and Scarlet Witch is gonna feature prominently in that.
Sure.
And she's gonna break something because she's trying to save Vision. Sure. And that's gonna be I think that's how they're gonna get Fantastic Four in. Like, oh, Fantastic Four was stuck in Thanos'
I hope
butthole.
that Loki show is as cinematic as the Mandalorian is.
Yeah.
They could also
Mandalorian.
do,
I love Loki. I
Beautiful.
think
Yes,
it's
it is.
fantastic.
another thing that they could do is they could do the new Secret Wars, where Doctor Doom is the main villain.
Yeah. And Doctor Strange
which-
is its sheriff.
Which they bring all of the universes together. That's actually how they got rid of the Ultimate Universe.
Right.
Is they brought everybody, basically all the good characters into. So like Miles Morales is in our universe now, but then they also went and they're like, oh man, people love Old Man Logan, and they like pluck him out of there, and they go and they get like just a bunch of fucking things like, oh, people love this, and then they bring it all into 616, which is like
Yeah.
the main. They could do that. Plus, that'd be a really good way of having Doom be the main villain.
I just want a good Doctor Doom. Please.
Well,
That's all I
God,
but that's what I'm
bring
saying.
him.
But they could do make him a badass villain without doing a Fantastic Four movie.
Totally.
The last episode with just Derek and I a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
we were casting Doctor Doom.
I think Clive Owen was your best bet there. I don't think
and
Javier Bardem
I
could
would
do
love
it.
to see a renaissance out of Clive Owen
Me too.
to do that, which would he'd be great.
Inside Man, Children of Men.
Oh, yeah.
Clive Owen is
Shoot 'em up.
amazing.
Shoot 'em up's
Oh
amazing,
yeah.
Love shoot 'em up.
Yeah, because
Well, even
everybody
Clive
in
Owen.
Shoot 'Em Up knows exactly what movie
What
they're
about the
making.
Born Identity?
And
yeah.
Paul Giamatti
Yeah.
is just
Top of his
nuts.
game.
He's great.
Yeah.
In that. Yeah.
Just nuts.
That was one of his earliest roles, right? Because
Yeah.
he was a
Oh, yeah.
bit part.
Oh yeah,
Who?
he's a
Clive Owen in Born Identity?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
He was just one of the.
One of the other guys.
He
Yeah,
was the
one of
most
the-
talkative
yeah.
of them, though. I think
He was.
like, the rest of them didn't even say anything. They
He
just tried to kill him.
also, it's a
That
fucking
movie doesn't hold up well.
I want to preface this by saying that this movie is fucking terrible, but he is the only shining moment of the movie Valerian, which is so bad.
Oh, in the city of
of 1,000 Planets or whatever.
Boy,
I
it's
couldn't even-
So
it's
bad.
so
They tried to
obvious
get me to watch that,
they-
and I didn't want to watch
Didn't
it.
It's
even
so
watch it.
obvious that they ripped off. They ripped that off for Mass Effect, like as far as design goes,
Well, they
because
also
it was like a
ripped,
'70s.
they
comic
also
book in
ripped
France.
off that. Who's that director? He directed Fifth Element. He also ripped off his own movie. He ripped off
Oh.
the Fifth Element.
Oh no. The
Valerian.
comic book from the
Right,
'70s.
right.
Like
But the
Star
movie-
Wars. Star Wars ripped a lot of shit off from that.
Right.
And Mass Effect, like their whole art design
Sure.
was
But the Valerian movie, they literally, like, the director was like, "Oh yes, Valerian, a comic book," and then he was like, "I made this."
it's Luke Besson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he literally just did the Fifth Element and a lot of stuff with Valerian. I was like, "That's you already fucking did that."
Yeah.
It's not good. Anyway,
Yeah,
Clive
Clive
Owen
Owen
is
was
in it.
great.
He's really good in it. And when I was watching the movie, I was like, "Dude, fucking Clive Owen's in this."
I think that movie's biggest problem was that pair of people that was
Well, that
They-
actor
they-
is terrible. Dame.
Both of
whatever.
He's really bad,
of
and
them were not
I'm no homo. He's really unattractive too.
Clive Owen's going to be in the next American Crime Story season.
Sweet.
I don't think I watched.
He's
the first
in.
I've never watched any
And
of
he's
those.
Bill Clinton. Holy shit!
He's
That'll
playing Bill
one.
Clinton.
That'll be
It's
interesting.
gonna be the impeachment.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so he.
Why'd they do his whole name, William Jefferson Clinton? Why'd they?
Bill Jeff,
He. So
CLIT.
in Valerian, also that Dane whatever. He's in that movie Chronicle, which is a good movie.
Don't even know what that is either.
It's the one that directed the Fantastic Four. Like he did this movie Chronicle, which is a great movie, and then people were like, "Man, we got to give this guy
I don't know.
more reign to go do a good movie."
I don't know how you fuck
So
up
let's
the
give him the Fantastic Four.
Well,
But everyone has always done.
Can
it.
I counter that? I don't know how you do a good Fantastic Four. That's a fucking dumb story.
The Incredibles. They did a great
Yeah.
Fantastic
They
Four,
did.
but
It needs to not be an origin story. They
That's
just
true,
need to
yeah.
go right
Oh,
the fuck in.
okay,
Like,
so-
please, no more fucking origin
So
stories.
all
my,
know
my
they hit
Secret Wars
cosmic
idea, my Secret Wars idea would be Doctor Doom is the main bad guy. The Fantastic Four just fucking exist.
Yeah,
They're
they're characters.
they've been characters. I don't think they're together anymore. You
they
just
could be
make-
on Reed's life raft like they were in Secret Wars, and
Yeah.
somehow
They're
survive.
there. Yeah. I mean, you could do it. So I think Doom would be cool. I think the multiverse thing with Doctor Strange, you could tie that. I think it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Also, if you want to give it like a nice big villain for the next saga, I think Doom would be a great.
Yeah.
I hope they
Him or
do
Kang.
Doom before they do Galactus.
Don't do Galactus.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. I don't know.
Hey,
And they
was
tried
the speaking of origin stories, was the Tom Holland first Spider-Man? It wasn't an origin, was it?
No,
No, because he was in Civil War before.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've had these powers
He
for
just
6
picked up.
months, and
Yeah.
it was like,
Didn't
yeah.
even.
But
like-
we'd already seen
We'd
Sam
seen-
Raimi's.
Yeah.
And
Right.
was the other Garfield? Was
Yeah,
Andrew
Andrew
Garfield
Garfield.
another one? I never watched any Andrew Garfields. Did he have
I didn't
3?
either. Two.
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 Just two.
the second one blue. First
I
one
didn't
was
watch
all right.
either one of them.
First one wasn't that great.
But I didn't think he
Second one
looked
blew
like a
so
Peter
bad,
Parker.
bro.
He was too tall and lanky. Tom Holland
too cool.
has been the best.
I didn't know Tom Holland was British either, though. He's
Oh,
also
yeah.
British. I didn't know that.
And
till
he
I
is
saw him in an interview.
He's
wickedly
also-
talented.
He's also a little gymnast.
Yeah.
He can do a lot of shit, which is cool. I didn't like Andrew Garfield. I liked Andrew Garfield when he's wearing the Spider-Man stuff because he's talking trash, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. I didn't like him when he's Peter Parker because he's got his fingerless gloves on and his military jacket and his perfect messed up hair, and he's riding a skateboard through
Perfect
the
messed
high
up hair.
school. Yeah, fuck you, man. That's not cool. Or that's not
Fuck you.
uncool.
That's not Peter Parker.
Well, no, I mean, it should be. I mean, I'm not saying he should be like in the old 1950s comic book where he's like,
It's not cool, but it's
But
not
he's the
Peter
bad
Parker
boy that all the
uncool.
girls want to
Yeah.
bang. He is the
Yeah.
bad boy that
Dude,
all the
he's-
girls want to
dude,
bang.
He's wearing like the hoodie underneath his military jacket, and he's got like his fingers are tucked into his shirt. Like, fuck you. That's not. That's ridiculous. Like, how is that fucking no?
Right.
Just you're way too cool to be like too cool.
Peter Parker is a fucking nerd outcast.
I actually like Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker.
I did enjoy it
Till
too.
the third one.
but I don't like him.
I think that was all Raimi just
Yeah.
losing his mind.
Well, I think it was Raimi battling against the studio too. He didn't want to do Venom. He
He
wanna
shouldn't
do-
have done Venom. It's
He
like,
didn't
oh
want-
no, we've got all these villains,
He-
and we're just gonna have
I've watched,
Venom be a
I've
one-off.
watched enough videos.
Oh, yeah.
I've watched enough. So I watched the
Behind the scenes stuff.
Mr. Sunday Movies, Caravan of Garbage, where they talk about it all the time. But basically, Sam Raimi didn't want to do Venom. It's not his favorite villain. He doesn't think it's very dynamic. He didn't want to do it. The studio is like, we want to sell toys. We want to have this is a fan favorite.
we
got to
need
do it.
3 villains.
Yeah, he barely wanted to do Sandman. He wanted to do Vulture.
Sandman was all right, but Vulture would have been
He
better,
wanted to do Vulture. He casted John Malkovich.
I'm glad that
which
waited,
would have
though.
been fucking amazing.
I don't think there's been a better villain.
Where are your webs? That's fine.
But Michael Keaton
No,
would have been
whatever.
good as just about any villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He was a great
but he
Vulture,
was
though.
so
He was fantastic.
and the way he goes from being like dad cooking in the kitchen to fucking menacing
Yeah.
is awesome. Like,
But
he's
only
so
Michael Keaton can
talented.
do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I think they could do a lot. And then they just go like, okay, whatever. And then so after that, then they could do Avengers versus X-Men, I guess. The problem is that all the Avengers are the ones we care about are kind of all gone, right?
Right.
Like,
Cap took off to be with Peggy.
yeah, he's old,
Yeah.
The only one that matters is Thor, and Thor's off doing his own thing.
right?
I think I'm excited about Love and Thunder.
Me
I think
too.
it's going to be okay.
Uh,
I don't mind. I know people run their fucking gobs about female Thor, but I'm okay with it.
Actually,
Especially since
I
it's
Yeah,
like
Natalie
that
Portman.
Natalie Portman is getting to actually be a character instead of a fucking love interest.
I also, when I had the comic book store, that's when the Thor series with Jane Foster was Thor. That was actually during that run. And I read every one of those series, and it's fucking fantastic. Jason Aaron wrote it. It's amazing. The storyline for why she's Thor is awesome. I mean, she gets cancer. She gets breast cancer, and she's basically if she's not Thor, she's dying.
Nice.
So she wields the hammer. She becomes Thor. It's keeping her alive. Like literally, it's keeping her alive. Otherwise, she's dying.
And I read
It's a fucking great
Hashtag
story.
spoilers.
uh,
I don't know if they
Portman's
I don't know.
already started beefing up for the role, which hello Ritter, fucking Kristen Ritter. Do some fucking crunches and lift some fucking weights, bitch. Make it look like you could actually throw someone or make a high jump
hated
because
that show.
you're garbage.
Yeah.
You're fucking hot, stinky garbage.
hated that
She
show.
can't act.
I think I
And
watched
she-
one episode of it.
I didn't even watch.
Her physicality is
I
terrible.
don't
Carrie-Anne Mouse was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the prude here either, but there was way too much like Kristen Ritter having sex on that show. I'm like, come on, is this anything other than
It's-
softcore porn?
It's unnecessary.
yeah, it's
and,
like, come on,
You know,
man.
Especially in a Marvel show.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to see this again.
This isn't Showtime.
I mean, there's a whole.
I picked up the first bit of Daredevil again yesterday because I just needed something to fall asleep to. Fucking what a great show! They did really well.
It
With
has a
Daredevil.
stellar cast.
Yeah, and all of the
How many
secondary
seasons
characters-
was that?
3.
I need to. Is that's still on Netflix, right?
Speaking of, didn't I
Does
recently?
Netflix keep that?
Yeah,
That's their title, yeah.
Yeah, but didn't I recently see Vincent D'Onofrio? Marvel picked him up to play Kingpin.
yeah, and
I hope
they're
they-
keeping John Bernthal to play the Punisher.
Right.
Yeah, they want to bring them both to the movies. It's the only thing they're pulling out of the Defenders.
Yeah.
Bernthal can do it.
Oh yeah.
He can.
And I think-
They
You
should
see
bring
him in
Charlie
Shot
Cox. For
I think they should snag Daredevil.
He is really good.
I do.
He's
And the guy that plays
there's
Foggy.
there's
and
something there, like his girlfriend or wife or something is related as a producer to somebody else, and so he won't be.
That's too bad.
He won't make the transition.
I do like that
because they don't like
Kingpin,
Kevin
uh,
Feige.
Oh.
Vincent D'Onofrio. I mean,
Yeah.
he was a fantastic Kingpin, and if
Yeah.
even if they didn't get Bernthal, if that's what they got from it was Kingpin from all of that stuff,
Yeah.
I'd be fine.
out of even the movies, D'Onofrio was one of the best villains because he had so much buildup.
Yeah.
He grew as a character right next to the hero, and that was the best part about Daredevil season 1.
What are they
was
using him in?
I don't know.
Spider-Man,
I don't
maybe?
even think they know.
fucking Spider-Man.
It might be a Kingpin versus Punisher movie, which would be fucking great.
Tie Spider-Man in there though.
Yeah, as long as they have Spider-Man.
They're not going to waste. They have limited use of Spider-Man.
They do.
And I don't think they're going to use him.
I
in
did
anything.
call that from the very beginning though that they were gonna make that deal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, there's no fucking.
I
way.
thought they were going to release it at that Disney conference, D23. Is that what it's called? D23.
This-
How long did it take? It was like a day.
Yeah. It was like 3 days after
It was like,
D23.
we're not gonna do it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, are you? You're gonna keep this thing
You're-
successful?
You're gonna
Smart.
You're gonna bow to Disney? Really?
all
the
that
mouse-
backstory that they don't have to do with the Kingpin anymore.
Yeah.
He's already been developed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I hope they pull Bullseye. I thought Bullseye was
He
really well
was
done.
really
Who
good.
played Bullseye in the show?
I don't remember.
He is
He was-
some.
I don't know that he was a thing before. Like definitely wasn't a star.
Okay.
He was just some.
But he's
dude.
definitely moved on to something else after that.
Okay.
Because I've seen him in a
That's cool.
But
trailer for.
to
something.
backtrack just a bit to the female physicality thing, has anybody seen John Wick 3? Halle Berry is fucking
Still
amazing.
I haven't seen it John yet. Wick 2.
It was on sale, and I had a $10 credit in the Xbox store. I was like, well, I have John Wick 1 and 2 on here. I might as well buy that too. Fucking
I heard it's
Halle
amazing.
Berry she did the work. She was on,
awesome.
I wouldn't say Keanu Reeves level as far as the physicality went, but man, like her
Good for her.
and I don't know, maybe Charlize Theron in Atomic Blonde and
That's what you have to do. If
And
your job
Scarlett
is
Johansson.
to fucking act in a movie where you're supposed to be a physical character, put the time in ahead of time with the trainer and at least make it look like
Yeah, but who's
you were
casting
someone.
for Jessica Jones anyways? Why is Kristen Ritter a front runner on that? I mean, what? Who fucking?
Is her time in
who
Breaking
saw-
Bad?
Yeah,
They
maybe.
they
Who
wanted
saw
her,
her in Breaking Bad and was like, oh, she
or
would be
the a
perfect.
bitch in Apartment B or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
she
don't be
was.
a bee in apartment 23.
Whatever. Yeah.
The one with.
In South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why I
Exactly.
know about the show is because while
got a
the
cheeseburger.
the show's fucking ew. That's what he said. I'll suck your dick, man. And he's like, ew.
Ew. It's like Cuba Gooding Jr.
And then no, it's fucking one of the Wayans.
It's in the
main
spoof as opposed to Cuba
Yeah.
Gooding Jr. is actually
Oh,
in
yeah.
he was
Boys in
in
the Hood.
Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Ew. And he said. Then he says it to Marlon Wayans, and Marlon Wayans is like,
Sean Wayans, I bet.
Sean was the one that doesn't want to do it.
Right.
Marlon's like,
Sean's the one with the goofy hair and
No,
the
that's-
different
yeah,
gats.
Yeah. No, Marlon is. Marlon Wayans.
Yes.
Yeah. God,
There's
such a
so
good
many Wayans.
There
Yeah,
are.
they are.
That woman's vagina was a clown
They
car.
can make a.
Yeah.
They can make an Avengers with just the Wayans.
Yeah.
I
they
wish
should.
they'd
Could you
reboot In
imagine?
Living Color.
Oh yeah. It'd be
In
great.
Living Color was really great.
Yeah, it was.
You got
The
your token
Wayans-
white guy.
The Wayans and Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Can come back and do.
Let me tell you something.
David Allen Greer.
Yeah.
He's so fucking funny. Blank Man was a really
Blank
good
Man.
movie.
Blank Man's
And
amazing.
see,
Yeah.
that's who they can
You
bring.
brought the noon jugs.
J5.
Fuck that movie. So
Sounds like he's having a fucking orgasm.
he is.
Something's happening to me. J5. Fuck.
Do you like her? Yeah. Fuck, that movie's so good.
And then the Lethal Weapon was hot garbage.
Yeah. Man.
I think that was his fault too, wasn't it? Wasn't he really difficult to work with?
That's
Yeah.
what I read.
Yeah.
Well, so was the first guy too. The guy
Yeah.
who played.
They didn't
the
get
white
along.
guy?
No,
Yeah.
they didn't get along. That guy's actually a decent actor. The shit he was doing with his hair in that show.
Oh
was
my god, I couldn't watch it.
stupid as fuck.
I
I
watched.
hate it when they do stuff like that and it pulls you completely out of
So-
watching it. Like you're like, I can't look at this.
I
dude.
watched the first episode of Lethal Weapon because he had that fucking hipster hair that would like always fall on his face. I'm like, I can't do it, man. It would just pull me out. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't watch this.
If you
Sorry,
watch
guys.
the show
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Rectify, he's in that. He's in that show. He doesn't play a likable character,
Never
but
even
he's.
heard of Rectify.
I think it's on Netflix. The guy, in Deadwood, the guy that played the preacher that got sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He directed that series.
Okay, because he was great in Sons of Anarchy.
I don't know if I
Yeah.
go that far, but he was weird in Sons of Anarchy.
No, well, and
never watched it.
He's a
Rectify's
good
a,
character.
Rectify's a quirky show, but it's good.
Sons of Anarchy is probably the best take on Hamlet that's ever been done, like bar none. It's
Have
better
you
even than
watched
Lion King.
any of
Like,
the Mayans yet?
No.
See, I can't even I'm like I don't have any interest in that, and I love Sons of Anarchy,
Yeah.
but I'm just like I don't like.
It got so.
I've had
I
like
did
none
not.
of the characters in the like it didn't appeal, like the idea of it just didn't appeal to me.
I had no idea that guy was so fucking British. The guy in Sons of Anarchy.
Charlie Hunnam?
Charlie Hunnam.
Oh
I
yeah,
had no idea.
he's King Arthur British.
I know. I had no idea though. And he's like I haven't seen all of Sons of Anarchy. I watched it mostly because Ron Perlman.
Yeah,
And Kate Siegel.
she's great.
Yeah, I mean, I love her.
Yeah.
Whatever. She's fucking Babs.
Fucking Henry Rollins, man.
Anyway,
Boy, he was rough. in
so
that.
Charlie Hunnam though, like he's a good character in it. I instantly quit liking him though when I watched Pacific Rim. That movie's so bad.
I couldn't watch it.
I never.
It's
I was
so
like,
bad.
I like giant robot fighting
It's bad.
kaiju, but I'm not gonna watch this one.
It's a really bad movie. and he in it is one of the worst parts of it.
He's not that great
bad.
an actor.
No. He's good. He's good in King Arthur.
Didn't see it.
He
He's fun.
he is really really into the Dracula thing.
Oh,
The whole legend that the Bram Stoker's book was on, and he wants to do a Dracula movie.
There's been too many Dracula movies.
Too many of them.
How about Dracula Untold? Hey, Charles Dance's in it. It's got to be good. Wow.
God
was
were a
also-
villain, he'd be Charles Dance.
that was also supposed to launch. Dracula Untold was supposed to launch the first iteration of the Dark Universe.
The Universal
Yeah,
monster movies.
I didn't think the Mummy movie was bad.
I haven't seen it, but it's already
it was
killed
on
the
something.
whole. The whole universe is already dead, though.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Because
too
I
bad.
really like the end of Dracula Untold because it jumped ahead and Charles Dance was going to continue being it.
Right.
And
Well, and then
I
also
would watch anything with Charles Dance in it.
I liked. I didn't see the Mummy, but I also liked that they cast like Russell Crowe as Jekyll and Hyde. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that could be cool. You heard Depp was going to be the Invisible Man. I was like, all right, man, this is
Yeah,
This
because
is-
he'd
this
be
is
great if you didn't have to
promising.
look at him.
I don't want to watch anything with Depp anymore.
No.
I'm
The Monk.
tired.
Are you talking about
that.
the Tom Cruise reboot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
didn't
realize
watch
all
it.
I didn't realize all those characters were fucking in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I no
Well, yeah,
interest.
actually,
Russell Crowe's like the bad guy. He's
Yeah.
the main bad guy.
Wow.
he ties it. He ties all the characters together too. Like he's like in a one scene. I have only seen the scene basically, but he's like basically it's basically the scene from Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield where the guy's walking down the hall and sees a bunch of backpacks with arms and wings and you're like, oh, this shit's gonna come to fruition at some point.
Why didn't they give those like? Maybe I would have been more interested in even watching the movie if they'd have given those guys some more credit.
Well,
Like it was billed as a Tom Cruise.
they're
vehicle.
not in it though.
Yeah.
Only Russell
Depp isn't
Crowe
in
is
it.
in it.
Russell Crowe and Tom Cruise are in it.
None of them are in it. And the picture, do you remember the picture, the promo picture for the Dark Universe is very obviously them photoshopped all together. Like no, like it's like the Dark Universe and you're like these are not in the same room at the same time. So let's stop this automatically. It looks
You've got to
fucking
take care
terrible.
of the lighting first.
It's so but yeah, there's different lighting on each character. It looks really bad. It's like, okay, cool, you got a green screen and had each one of them take pictures. Maybe
Maybe you just pulled them out of other shit.
some of
Not
them
a People magazine.
Some of those might have been just deep fakes, just deep fake like photos on someone's
It would have
face.
been way better if it was a deep fake where 4 people were standing together and you just photoshopped in their
Right,
fucking
yeah.
faces.
At least that would have been more realistic.
Yeah.
No, it was clearly not good. And now are you guys gonna watch? Because I think they're still gonna do it. The Godzilla and King Kong thing.
No, I haven't been to either of the Kong movies. I watched the King Kong with Jack Black in it, and that was the last Kong.
So-
that was the last one of those. that I-
Skull Island was
Skull
good.
Island's good. You
Oh,
need
that's
to
what I
watch
hear.
it.
It's
And I
good.
liked
Haven't-
the Godzilla movie, I think, before the last one,
Right.
because all of the humans, including Bryan Cranston, they were just side projects. When the monsters were doing their thing,
Yeah.
it didn't matter what the fucking humans were doing
Right,
because they're just getting stomped
It's
on
still
and
like
fucked up.
it's still like not enough of the monsters in it, but when they do focus on the monsters, finally, you're like, this is cool.
Because all of the problem with the monster movies is they rely too much on what the people are doing, and it's like the people are this big compared to the monsters, and whatever they're doing, it really doesn't matter because they're all fucking squished.
the
The
same
Godzilla
problem with
one's
the
pretty-
Transformer movies.
I only watched the first Transformers movie. I couldn't.
Some of them
just,
are good.
Well, like some of them have scenes that are good.
Yeah. And what's his name? He was the he played Dr. Erskine in Captain America. Why can't I think of his name?
2D.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tucci. Stanley
Tucci.
Tucci.
Stanley Tucci.
He knows what movie he's in.
Yeah.
In I think it's the first one with Marky Mark. He knows what movie he's in, and he just
He plays the
he
role.
just fuck it, and he gets the only fuck in there. They
Stanley
give it to him
Tucci
so
is
they
a
can-
really,
Well, and then,
really
and so
great
then,
actor.
and then Transformers 2 has that amazing forest battle scene where I mean that's one of the best scenes in any movies. I mean it's
Yeah.
fucking good.
I wish
That's a
Topher
real-
Grace would take all of the best shit from the Transformer movies
Oh,
and edit
do
it
it.
together, like he did with that Star
I
Wars
also
Always
wish
thing.
I also wish
Hashtag
they would
Topher
take,
Grace.
Topher Grace is quite the film editor.
He
Yes.
is.
He's so good. I actually wish they would release that. Disney needs to.
Did you see Star Wars Always?
No.
It's an 8-minute video, and it's the best 8 minutes of Star Wars, and it's just gorgeous.
of the original trilogy?
Oh no, all of them,
Oh, really?
all the way up
Well,
to
he also did one.
Force Awakens
He also did one. He did an edit also
of the prequels
of the prequels
into one movie.
into one movie.
Yeah, I've got
And
it
he got rid of
somewhere.
all the garbage,
I
basically.
think I've got it on a hard.
Not a single mention of midichlorians.
No.
No, there's
No.
the
So he-
lightsaber fight from the first one's the only one that's there.
So they
I think.
Disney needs to just hire him to actually just have him do a cut like that.
So it's only
and
5
release
minutes.
it.
That's probably it.
Okay.
Yeah, Star Wars Always. It's not like it's some hidden.
I'll
fucking-
watch it after the show.
He's
it's
he's a great
awesome.
film editor though.
he is.
Actually, yeah. He's
not
actually,
even a bad actor.
I
I
still
think
think Topher Grace is very underrated. It's a shame that he's gotten the credits that
he
he's
should
gotten.
not have been Eddie Brock.
No,
But,
no.
uh,
And that might have been
It was wasted.
that might have been Coffin Nail number 1.
Yeah,
That might have been Coffin Nail number 1.
that
Movie.
fucking blonde hair.
A movie that he is underrated in, though, highly underrated, is Predators.
Really?
I didn't watch Predators.
Predators is when they're taking humans to the planet where like they're they're being hunted.
Yeah.
Did you watch
Right.
the new Predator that came out earlier this year?
With
It's
the guy
awful.
from Narcos.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really bad.
Yeah, it wasn't very good.
Tom
I
Jane's in
liked it. I had
also.
fun watching it.
It's
But I
terrible.
watched it on an airplane, so
Oh, that must have been a different.
Yeah, it's real bad.
No, I saw because Tom
They brought
Jane
the
had,
Predator
like,
dogs and
Tourette's or
stuff.
something,
Yeah.
right?
It's bad. What's
Does
that?
Thomas Jane have Tourette's or something? Like
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
just,
yeah,
he's
yeah,
on a
yeah.
bus or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
That was, I think, the best part of it.
I saw the first 5 minutes of it, and the blood effects are so bad. I was like, "This is stupid. This is worse than a Stars series."
I
Like
watched
the
it
first
on the
season
back of someone's.
If you get a
Plain
chance,
series,
watch Predators. It's actually not a bad movie. First off, Adrian Brody's in it. He's the main guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's really good in it. It's hard to picture him in like as what he is because he's like a mercenary in the movie.
Right.
A little hard to picture him in it. When you get into it, though, you're like, yeah, Adrian Brody could be.
Adrian Brody looks like a hard guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
and he
it's still,
looks like an ideal soldier. Like a
It's-
lot of people are like,
but
"Oh,
it's
Arnold
also-
is the ideal soldier." He's
No.
like, not. You
But
don't
it's
want
also
that fucking
still
muscle-bound
it's still just
cocksucker
kind of
running
tough
around
because
next
you
to
watch like the
Because he
pianist
can't
stuff.
run.
You want the little
And he
wiry
doesn't do
Filipino
well over
guy
decent
who can
distance.
fucking carry a car on his back
anyway-
for some reason.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah,
You're
Can
the
I
wiry
spoil
soldier.
it any of it, or if you're gonna watch it, I
Oh,
won't
don't give a
spoil
fuck.
it.
I don't care.
So they go like get all these guys. They get like this Yakuza guy, like, and they're all like figuring.
Oh, this is the one that's the who's who of like the criminal underworld,
right,
And
they
okay,
take them
yeah.
to basically like for a safari for the predators. Like
Right.
basically they like get these guys, they throw them on a planet, they're getting hunted. It's like for fun for these predators.
or anybody.
Yeah.
It's the
But-
most
so
deadly
anyway,
game.
yeah, it is. It's actually like the deadliest game, but for predators, sexual predators.
Like
No,
hard,
just kidding.
like Hard Target. Best Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
Well, Lionheart's fun.
Lionheart was fun. It doesn't hold up. I watched it
No,
not
it's
too
not
long
good.
ago. And I was like, oh Jesus.
So all
was
these,
wrong with me?
all these things, all these people fall. There's like a United States soldier. There's an Israeli like soldier. There's killers, murderers. I mean, it's just like, I'll call these. Then there's fucking Topher Grace, and then there's just Topher Grace, and
Right.
he's just playing a guy, and they're like, why the hell are you here? And he's like, I'm a doctor. Like I'm a world-renowned like surgeon, something like that. They're like, okay, well, I guess that makes sense, maybe. Well, finally, like
Curveball.
toward the end of the movie, he like falls in like this pit with the girl, and because earlier in the movie he has like a scalpel, he like has the stuff with him, and then he fucking like paralyzes the character, and he's a serial killer.
Yeah,
He's a
I
fucking
figured.
like murderer.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
like,
I don't know why I'm here.
and he's like, oh,
Basically, H.H. Holmes.
oh yeah, and he's like, oh, don't worry. I mean, he's like, you won't be able to move, but you'll feel everything. Like he's just like one of those guys, like just fucking. And you're like, dude, Topher Grace. I went and watched that movie with Patrick, my friend Patrick, and at the beginning of the movie, they're all being parachuted out of this spaceship onto the planet, and they're all like landing, and they're like as they're landing and trying to like figure out like where they're at or whatever. This fucking dude who's like supposed to be parachuting, his parachute doesn't open. It's just a guy slamming into the planet, and out loud in the theater, Patrick's like, "Was that Topher?" Because we knew he's in it. He's in the preview.
No, it was Brad Pitt.
No, it was Slipknot.
Oh, that poor dude. He's on the fucking movie poster.
And it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna.
What's funny is
My
that's exactly
specialty's
what happened
nuts.
in the comic. And
Right.
I mean, and I assumed that they would change who they killed
Sure.
because they do that all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
They
they'll
killed
be like,
Glenn.
Oh,
They didn't
curveball.
change that.
They did not. Yeah, but I figured in order they should have had us like they should have put Slipknot in the original group though, where we get to know him at least for a couple minutes.
Yeah,
Instead, they show up to the place, and then he's just one of the
He's
other
just there.
guys,
he's there. He's got his robes.
and then he fucking dies.
He's like, I'm out of here.
Right.
I'm in a Batman.
it would have
outta
been a
here. No,
lot
you're not.
cooler if he like was one of the guys that's like with them, and
And they
then he's
showed him
getting-
like doing shit with his
Yeah,
bed sheets at
right.
or whatever.
yeah, and then then he goes out there and he just fucking dies. That would have been like oh, though that would have been like Deadpool too.
Right.
Because they give all of those guys like a thing,
Yeah.
Then they all die.
And they really did a good job with the Deadpool movies.
Deadpool. The best part about Deadpool 2, in my opinion, was Juggernaut. They finally did Juggernaut justice.
Yeah.
Like
And you
he
know who the
is
voice is?
an unstop.
Who was it?
It's Ryan Reynolds.
Who was it?
They just put a voice changer on him and let him do
I'm
the
gonna
voice.
tear you in half.
I'm gonna
Oh,
shove
he
you
just-
up your own ass.
I love the fight with him and Colossus. It's so
Yeah.
good.
yeah.
I still love that. Well, Colossus is done right in those movies too. They fix that really
Yeah.
well. But I do love that when Colossus walks, he sounds like what you would imagine an old like metal ship sounds like. You know, it's like
Because he has to weigh a
Right.
fuck ton.
I love that though. I'm like, that's fun. That's a fun thing. I liked the Negasonic
Teenage Warhead.
Warhead. I love. I went into the first movie thinking like, well, I'm not gonna like that very much, just because it's like.
It's like, no, it's fantastic because she just calls him out on
Right.
being bullshit.
Well, I mean, the
And
only
her girlfriend is awesome.
I didn't know that.
Hi, Wade.
Hi, Yuki. I didn't know. For one thing, I didn't know that Negasonic Teenage Warhead was a character.
Right.
She's a newer character. I didn't know that. So going into the movie, I thought they made up an X-Men. And I've always been adamant that you don't have to do that.
Right.
Like when in X-Men Origins Wolverine, when fucking Will.i.am is in it as a made up character.
Never saw it. Won't
Why?
ever see it.
Watch
Why?
the first 5 minutes. The opening credits is maybe the best war
Yeah,
movie
actually,
ever
that's
made.
a real.
It's
And you can just Google that.
Hugh Jackman and
Liev
Liev
Schreiber.
Yeah.
fighting their way through.
By the way,
history.
Liev Schreiber is the best part of that movie.
Yeah.
Hands
I really wanted to watch him as Sabretooth, but I couldn't watch that movie.
It's bad. It's
Yeah.
it's bad. Well, and they do that thing though. There's several characters in the movie that are not characters in
Right.
the comic books. Remember in X3?
Yeah.
Remember United when they make the Brotherhood of Mutants and they make up 1 billion characters. That like why?
Why did you make up more people?
I have
Do you know how
a
many
fucking-
fucking people are in Marvel?
Thank God I don't remember
I was
that.
just gonna say I have a fucking movie poster. I mean, not a movie poster. I have a comic book poster I got out of a Wizard magazine. I
That's
still
just
have
like that Star Wars.
Yeah.
one? Yeah.
And it's like every fucking Marvel character ever created. I'm like, dude, you couldn't have just made just
You
pull.
couldn't have just grabbed somebody.
I don't even care if you kill him.
Yeah. Because they're not going to be used again.
And this is the last movie you're going to do.
And not only did they waste Juggernaut, but they wasted Vinnie Jones as
Yeah.
Juggernaut. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. And that was like the only fucking line he had.
And
The
he didn't
rest
do
of-
anything.
No, he ran through a wall.
Oh, hey, he's tough.
That's rough.
I mean, I get you don't want to explain like the Crimson Gem of Sidarok or whatnot, but they're just like, oh yeah, he's a mutant too. But he's also like Charles Xavier's
Yeah, they
stepbrother,
have a
and
really-
they fought in the fucking Korean War together.
They
and,
have
like,
a really
there was
hard
all
time
this
trying
shit.
to. They've really treaded on the whole like family of
Yeah.
those two. They don't want that in those movies.
But that was Fox.
Yeah.
It wasn't Disney/Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
When we get around to the X-Men, it will be what we want. Because I have all faith in Disney.
It's a shame.
Oh.
We pray.
You watch the Imagineers? They just throw money at everything.
I will say
Because they have nothing but money.
I will
I
say
believe
for
They
in the mouse.
print it.
The Great Mouse.
I will say for the Fox movies, the biggest loss will be, it's a shame. It's a shame if we can't get anything from Fassbender or McAvoy.
Yeah.
It's a shame if we can't get anything from just
Famke Janssen.
Well, apparently both Patrick Stewart and
Ian
Hugh
McKellen.
Jackman will come back for a MCU movie.
well, okay. So
They said they won't do it again for Fox, but they'll do an MCU.
do my Secret Wars though, and then you can pluck.
Yeah.
You can pluck Old Man Logan.
Yeah.
Just pluck
And
him right out.
crazy ass old Professor X.
Because really, you
I live in a
can't.
dome.
At this point, if Hugh Jackman is still breathing,
That was a good
you
fucking movie.
can't
Yeah, it was.
replace
No.
Wolverine.
No.
It would be like replacing fucking Tony Stark.
And Logan was good.
Yeah.
It was not Old Man Logan.
No.
Let's be upfront about that because
Yeah.
Old Man Logan's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a shame they couldn't have been like. It's a shame they couldn't have looked to the future and been like, "Hey, we're gonna merge with Disney, so why don't you hang tight for a little while, Hugh, and we'll do an Old Man Logan
Yeah. For
with
real.
with a crazy ass Bruce Banner and the Banner family. that
They
are
can
all
still do that
The
because
inbred
none of that
fucking
shit
giant.
ever
Oh, yeah,
happened.
they can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so McAvoy though, Fassbender, I would be ashamed. Also, Evan Peters as their Quicksilver was really
Yeah.
good. Those are the best scenes in those movies. Are the Quicksilver scenes?
But those are probably near the most expensive scenes they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I don't think they'll use them again. I don't think they'll use
Not
any of those
likely.
people. No. That's a shame.
And I think that would fuck with Scarlet Witch more than she's already been fucked with. And she's probably the character that's been fucked with the most.
Right. I don't know how they would do that at all because they had a Quicksilver
Right.
And they killed him.
And then for her to run into him
as
and
not
him as not her brother.
as not Aaron Johnson.
Right.
I didn't even know what his name was.
He's in the Kick-Ass movies. That's why I know.
That first one was good. I didn't see the second one.
That's all right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked Nicolas Cage
Yeah, me too.
as Big Daddy. He did really well. And Hit Girl is just awesome. Like, oh, I hope my daughter's like that. We'll see.
Like a murderer.
Just violent. I hope she just kills her whole school. No.
Oh, Jesus.
With that note, let's end this show.
I mean, I hope she's tough.
Oh, where's the
Daddy.
7-second delay?
Murderer.
Dad, she's a year old. She's
To
not
let you
killing
know,
anybody.
she's only a year old. She's not violent yet.
Oh,
She did a Mick Foley into the wall the other day though. She's like, "Oh, are you gonna go get your Ellie?" And she runs across the room and jumps on her elephant chair and jumped higher than she thought she could and just right into the wall. It's fucking terrible.
Oh, man.
She's just screaming like,
Chris had some echo there for just a second.
I know, because I did this.
Oh, you should
sorry,
stop
sweetheart.
pushing
Well, I was
fucking
gonna play
buttons, Ward.
the outro music.
"Oh," and let you do it.
So let's do the outro.
But I had to talk about.
God damn it!
Mark.
This has been the Time Spent Poorly program. Thanks for spending it with us because it was totally spent fucking poorly. Why are you people listening to this show? No, we would like to thank Derek and Eduardo for hosting the Time Spent Poorly program. Old Huds, the beard. We'll come back next week. We might actually talk about the stuff we're going to talk about before we went down the Marvel rabbit hole.
Well, there will be more Mandalorian.
Fuck yeah.
We'll have a 5th episode by
There'll be more
then.
Can't
Mandalorian.
wait for the motherfucking Mandalorian. But anyway, smash those like buttons you see www.tspn.fun. Talk to those guys on the Twitter. Really, send them a tweet.
Send us a tweet.
At me, Huds McGruder.
Tweet me right in the butt.
It's almost Christmas.
Don't tweet me there. I won't pick that up.
You won't pick that up.
I am not into butt stuff.
You found us now. You can find us again. www.tspn.fun.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you, Eduardo.
What is
Are you guys headed? Yeah. I'm not.
Oh, geez, you don't want to hang out with me, huh?
Oh yeah, like usually you're by the time I'm going home for lunch, I'm usually right at the blocks. Yeah. So too far because I'm driving, so I can't like yell. If I was heading back when you're on that side, I would definitely like.